You know this Julia Salazar? She is the Senate candidate, state Senate candidate. She is a self-proclaimed socialist. We get a lot of...
From Massachusetts?
No. This is in New York. This is a New York State Senate race. And it's one of the state senators down in, I don't know, maybe Brooklyn or something like that. But it's one of these very liberal seats. It's going to a Democrat. It's going to a liberal.
Yeah.
But she, a while back, was, the New York Post was reporting on her, claiming that she was this conservative. She was a tattoo-wearing conservative, anti-abortion, pro-gun, all of these things that you wouldn't expect out of this female. Now she's a liberal. Now she's pro all of these.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's completely changed. But here's the best part. She's in a battle with a baseball legend's wife because she was hired to house sit, and the baseball legend is claiming, the baseball legend's wife is claiming that she slept with her husband during their divorce. Keith Hernandez is not speaking about it, but that's who we're talking about.
Yeah, well.
Boy, he can catch him, can he? He's got the moves. He's got those moves at first base. Takes him right on home. Anyway, Julia Salazar, they're saying, Hernandez hasn't commented, she's now touting herself as a tattoo-wearing socialist.
So she got the tattoos, and that's what led her to
I think she had them when she was going to Columbia. Okay. So, and she also claimed to be a minority, or claimed to be somebody that was born out of the country. She had all of these claims that now she's gone back on, and she's now pro-choice. She's completely changed. But a big story in today's New York Post about her and Keith Hernandez and Keith Hernandez's ex-wife.
Interesting.
I wonder if they'll be talking. During these Mets games, there can be a lot of downtime. The great opportunity to be like, anything going on in the news with you, Keith Hernandez?
I really like Keith Hernandez, but I was actually going to say, and I decided not to, but I will now. I was watching a game, this was probably 3 or 4 years ago. I think they were in San Diego, and they're coming back from a commercial, and I don't think they realized they were on. And they were panning the stands, and there was a very attractive woman sitting there. And Keith goes, who does he do the games with?
With Ron
Gary,
Darling
and Gary
Cohen.
He goes, "Hey Gary, look at that!" And Gary kind of laughs and he goes, "Keith, we're back." And it was just a really funny thing, and they never addressed it again after that.
Well, listen,
I couldn't find it on YouTube.
He's Keith Hernandez is like at the time of this. Alleged relationship was 56 years old. So, she's 20. She was 23 or something like that. People are criticizing
they're
it.
Adults.
That's what listen, it's the case. He was going through a divorce.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any big thing, but the wife was saying she stole money out of the house and all of this controversy.
She was house sitting? The wife was paying?
Yeah.
The wife was paying her to be in the house that she was watching. And
during the divorce, and somehow she claims that she ended up with her husband, Keith Hernandez, or ex. Willie Waffle standing by right now. It could be a movie about this one, Willie. You never know.
Oh, my God. I'm going to start using that stuff that takes out the gray like Keith Hernandez. It works.
And I got to tell you, he's got to lay off the French fries and cheese because, he's not the svelte Keith Hernandez of yesteryear.
No.
By any means.
It obviously doesn't matter. He's still got the juice.
He's still got
still
it.
Keith Hernandez.
You know what's gotten fatter too is his wallet. So
there's no doubt about it. That does the. All right. So here we go into the post Labor Day, and what does this mean for movies? So we're just in that area before holiday and Halloween and all that stuff, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, traditionally this is kind of a soft time at the box office. Last year we had the big horror movie, It, so every Hollywood studio went, well, maybe we can make a lot of money with horror movies. So you're going to see a lot of them for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a lot of them leading up to Halloween. But, this week at least we have one that's, kind of good in The Nun. And the idea behind The Nun is that it's a spin-off of the Conjuring movies. That this is that evil nun that Lorraine Warren sees in her visions in The Conjuring 2, which turns out it was just a setup for this movie. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And we investigate what's happening in the 1950s, where this priest is sent by the Vatican to this convent out in Romania. He goes with a student nun who has kind of abilities to reach out to the other side, and they're trying to find out why a horrible, horrible death occurred. And it turns out the convent is a portal to Hades.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, this sounds like the perfect horror flick.
Well, it's pretty good in the sense that it's got the good scares. This is my kind of horror movie. I don't like the big, violent, bloody kind of movies. I like the creepy, crawly ones. And that's what this is. It's a good, creepy, crawly movie. As you kind of are always wondering what's beyond the sight of what you can see, what's around the corner, what's that noise that you're starting to hear. And it really plays on those instincts within us. The story's kind of decent. Damien Bashir, who plays the priest, does a great job with kind of a very stereotypical character, the guy with the haunted past, But I'll say 2.5 waffles. I think you've got at least a scary movie, if not all that great.
Okay, all right.
I didn't know Haiti was so scary.
Yeah.
I guess I've never been, and I won't go now. So.
And then Peppermint. Jennifer Garner is looking for revenge in a movie called Peppermint. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, and people don't remember, or maybe they're not old enough to remember, Jennifer Garner can kick booty.
Oh, yeah.
Like she was the star of Alias, and she did action movies back in the day, and she's still got the action movie skills. And you see that here as she plays a woman whose family is murdered. She does not get justice because the drug cartel.
Oh, no.
All of them off, all the corrupt judges and prosecutors and everything. So she disappears for 5 years. And she eventually comes back, and she's Batman. She's got all sorts of ninja skills. She's taking care of business. And you're rooting for her because she was so wronged in the past. And that's what this movie's about. It's kind of that wish fulfillment, almost like Death Wish in a way. So that's a positive part of the movie, but it's horribly written. I mean, the dialogue's ridiculous. All the bad guys are just really kind of one-dimensional and borderline a little bit offensive. I mean, they're just not that good. So I'd say 1.5 waffles for Peppermint.
All right, and it's wafflemovies.com, by the way, for Willie. Before we do anything, though, Willie, I want to play this clip and get your take on the news that came yesterday. This is Burt Reynolds telling Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show. This is long before Tom Cruise was doing his own stunts. Burt Reynolds was doing his own stunts. And here he's talking about the waterfall stunt in the movie Deliverance. Listen to this.
Deliverance?
Did you do your own stunt work in this one?
Yeah.
You said you went over a waterfall.
Went over the waterfall, I did, yeah. Well, you see, they had the waterfall there, and they sent the dummy over.
How big a drop was it?
70 feet. And I saw the dummy go over, and I said to the director, that looks like a dummy. And the director, having seen me do all these tremendous physical things...
Yes.
Like throw up in the morning. He said, you want to go over the waterfall? I said, of course. He said, are you ready? Water just came roaring down. So I went over the waterfall, but I hit a rock at the bottom of the waterfall. Cracked the tailbone. 40 minutes later, popped out.
You must have had some great footage, so what did it look like?
Looked just exactly like a dummy.
Kind of knew that was setting up the joke right there. But that's Burt Reynolds. And what do you think? I mean, has a legend passed in Hollywood?
Oh, absolutely. In the 1970s, Burt Reynolds was the man, okay? I mean, he was bigger than Pitt, bigger than Clooney for his time. And he was a really charming guy who was very successful in television and in movies. And so a lot of people had a connection to him and viewed him as this lovable rascal. He was a sexy guy. He was dating all the beautiful women. He was married to Lonnie Anderson. Oh my God. So, he was legendary in that sense of being extremely popular, to show what a good actor he was, especially in Deliverance.
Yeah, that was big. I mean, Deliverance was real. And they did all the Smokey and the Bandit movies and all that stuff. And, yeah. So, of course, he ended his career with that creepy interview with Hoda on the Today Show, which wasn't one to remember. But anyway, Burt Reynolds is dead at the age of 82. Willie, thank you so much.